I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tefter.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tefter, get to safety.
What the? Yuk main. Ciu.
Pleasure to see you, Eivor. What happened yesterday? You and Sigurd disappeared during the feast. And when he returned, he went straight to our room without a word.
We talked for a time. I asked many questions but got few answers. I wish I could say more.
Ngambut ngapa-ngapain.
Do you think Sigurd
Apa,
knows
Jos?
about us?
What happened?
He would have said something. Sigurd wants to blame me for every mishap that has befallen him.
Chat bet.
He gives me no credit for his rescue.
Tadi gue udah live cuma kata saing sama Nanda udah nge-lag.
Nanda gameplay like this
stream. Panjang umur datang.
What now?
This is for Sussex. We burned it to the ground to save one man.
Ini gue turunin ya bitrate-nya jadi 1800 jadi mungkin agak delay. Numpang parkour. Iya nggak apa-apa Cos, santai. Thank you loh. Masa 3 sampai berapa? Enggak live di sana gue. 5 kali nyoba nggak bisa-bisa.
I want to see the alliance map.
Aku tidak di sana.
What transpires in Gloucestershire?
Ini aja enak. Iya kayaknya bakal di sini dulu. Oh, gua nggak pakai lighting. Pantes kok terang banget.
A wife.
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this happen with our dear lovelorn blacksmith?
Ini mendingan.
He has asked you to join
him.
To
join his search for a wife.
And see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
All right, I'll be Gunner's keeper.
Grup family IGU namanya, mantap. We are family. Oh ini. Astaga.
Over here. Eivor, thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you've been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here, Bridget, my own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
With my Zigrili.
Okay.
Good to meet you as well. How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
She came through the settlement selling runes. Out, she offered me a trade.
Have you a family?
Nath mama dad carried even gilid an anon. Couldn't help druze me.
Okay.
Bridget man power, the last high priestess, and
I should like to meet this.
A union forged in love. Come.
Dim jolch. You two bags of air sich o gwmpas gilid. That's Eivor gal clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then, huh?
Follow Gunnar. Ujung-ujungnya follow Gunnar.
So the elder man may have heard a tale or two about my exploits.
Not all from me. Your name will be on the lips of every skull for years to come.
And the Mercians here are not unsettled by lurking Vikinger?
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain.
Most are too busy with
festivities to pay us mine.
Kayak belum tamat nih.
Is that what these carved roots are for? This tradition?
Aye. Faces cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them.
Banyak banget tuh tanda-tanya.
There is the elder man, Kunan.
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevder.
Tevder.
Hands as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be Ealdorman after Kuna. Tevder, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected,
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick, the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
My friend's wedding.
I am here to hasten my friend's marriage and drink my weight in ale. If friendship comes afterwards, then all the better.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated godright kings for puppet rulers?
What?
So-called puppet kings keep your lands safe and your bellies full. I ask no thanks, only hospitality.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevder? Cider?
Ah, you must be Eivor. Tevder, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We
Ay,
welcome
mati nga
all
din bisa
pagans
gubaca.
upon God's own cloud.
Sawan.
Tevder, as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry.
What?
So you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah, yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then, by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tefter?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends.
Watch
I have a
for
handfasting to
fairies.
oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
And a big to slaughter.
Well, shall we then? Samhain.
Follow Theodore.
It is the first thing gone when I am Ealdorman. Fires and magic, spirits in the
Ya
air.
naik kuda lagi.
Gloucestershire
Kuda gua
has
diambil.
strayed from God's light.
People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. A festival brings warmth and cheer.
God's light does not dim as the nights chill, but the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around,
It
Jaga cepet
lightens the
nggak?
heart. Are there priests in your land?
Please be
I've met
hurry.
a few, liked even fewer.
the profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we not going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenhelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply closer to the Lord's ear. Low in a mead of kine under a thorn, lieth poor Kenhelm, king-born. Is this land not beautiful, Eivor?
It is beautiful.
The path is untouched by danger, so your company is not needed.
You are a kinder man than the mask you wear. But you won't be rid of me. I will keep my word to Kunan for your safe return.
Okay.
I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch or turn my back?
Oh Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tefter.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tefter, get to safety.
What the?
Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from?
No idea.
That was close.
Eivor, thank you for saving my life.
It's
You're
good I was here to
welcome.
protect you. Maybe Kunan has the eyes of prophecy.
Splood, cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Gloucester. Unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Kunan...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks.
Really?
Oh, and Eivor,
Spektakular.
I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one. Find me at the festivities.
Okay. Spektakular. Tadi lewat mana?